Yeah, just walked in the door. It's 6:30. I just got out of the car. I just brought the grocery bags in. And I just want to do one thing real quick because there's going to be a little bit of lag time. This is an improv meal. It's not even my meal. I'm doing an improv appetizer. You ever get that thing? I shouldn't say improv. You know the term impulse purchase? That's what it is. You just see something, and you're like, I gotta have that. I'll show you right here behind me on the marble. Come on, let's do it.
Come on, let's do it.
So I got the grocery bags here on the floor. Got me pineapple, some romaine. What else we got? Zucchini. What am I looking for? I'm not gonna pull everything out. Here we go. This is it. Fish counter. Let me open these up and show you what I got. Back in the day, used to go clamming on Long Island. We've done plenty with those quag clams, clam sauce, clams oreganata. But I don't know if we've done a show with these. I was trying to rack my brain. If we did, it's way back and we're doing it again. The old soft shell clams. AKA steamers. AKA, well, pardon the expression, yes, we used to call them fish clams. Because when you went down to the shoreline, you'd smack the beach with your foot and see these little, they're in the sand like this. This is sticking up and they squirt. There you go. And of course there's all the obvious juvenile ribbing about those. But the idea is, as we do with the mussels, as we do with the clams, these things live in the sand. So I am going to get a bowl here, fill it with some cold water, drop these guys in. I'll get a few ice cubes. Go in with a little kosher salt. You know, they do live in a saltwater environment. And I'll take a little of this white cornmeal. And we'll just let those sit on the counter while I change. Take out the trash, take out the recycles. And we'll steam these babies up. One of my favorite appetizers in the whole world. I'll see you in just a few. Okay, these sat about an hour. Plenty of time to let them sort of siphon feed, spit some of that sand out. So let's get them in this pot, get our heat on. Now, I only bought a few clams just to do the show, just because I saw them. These things are not inexpensive, by the way, especially this time of the year. It's spring. And I'm just going to put a little bit of water, maybe like a quarter cup. Usually when we would do these, you'd get, you know, dozens of them and do them for the whole family. You put them in a big steam pot, put water in the bottom. But we're just doing a handful here for kicks, for the show. Like I said, an appetizer. Let's put this on. I'll get the prep set up, and they only take a few minutes to steam. So let me get the prep set up for show you how I'm going to enjoy these beauties. Okay, I got another low burner on. Get a little butter here while those are steaming. Just put that in one of my little measuring cups here. I'm going to melt that off. I'll throw a little more in there. And then for the setup here, I'm going to get a little bowl for my broth, a little butter to dip in, and then one of my favorites. This is from Vincenzo. You hear me talk about him a lot. I bring him up a lot. Here's a picture of Vincenzo. My sister sent me that up from clearing out Mom's house. Okay, our butter is melted. If we look in here, they'll tell you when they're ready because they're going to open up. And you'll see that one's open. So let's start fishing them out. You don't want to overcook them, so as soon as they open, they're good to go. Now I know there's going to be some of you out there, this is not going to be your cup of tea, and that's fine. I'm sure you've got things that you love that I don't care for. But this to me, to my sisters, my brother, my mom, rest in peace, we love these. Now, here's my dipping butter. I'm going to save just a drop, and I'll show you why. Because this is the nectar from the gods, all right? Like I said, I only put about 1/4 of a cup of water in there, but these steamers release their own juice, and I'm going to strain it out. What you do is you put a little for dipping the clams in, because they still will have a little sand on them. But for me, it's nectar from heaven. So I get my little espresso cup out. And it is time to dig in. So what you do is you take your clam. You want to get this little sleeve off. Whoo, they're hot. So on the siphon here, which is what they feed through, you take the little sleeve off. And I'm not going to go there with any of the remarks. They're obvious, especially to people who've never had these before. There's your soft shell clam. These are pretty clean because we did that soak. But I'm going to dip it in. I can see a little sand coming off. And I'll do this one off camera, and then I'll just have to show you how it's done. No. Oh yeah, baby. I saved that little bit of butter, just a few drops for my broth. Oh, it always amazes me when I serve these at home, especially to people who aren't familiar with them. I come around the table, I put out all the espresso cups, and I come around the table asking who wants a little broth. And most people, unless they're in the know, they decline. And that's always fine with me. Call them what you want. Soft shell clams. Some people call them piss clams. In our household, we always called them steamers. The other name is Ipswich clams, and they make a great fried clam, by the way. You batter fry them or just flour them like you do with the calamari. Deep fry them. Nice little hot dog roll or hoagie roll with clam sauce, tartar sauce. There's your clam roll, famous New England delicacy. But to me, steaming them like this and the nectar from the gods. Saw those in the fish case, I just had to do it. Only got a few. Also got myself a nice piece of hake for the weekend. I'm going to finish these up. They are kind of messy, but they're unbelievable. We'll see you for the next episode.
Come on, let's do it.